going to grow at 7.5 to up to 8%, and we may grow even better in period of time. And India is the only leading example in the world who is giving growth. And all that growth is coming not because we are a manufacturing hub. That growth is coming because we are a consumption story and our economics is very, very robust. The inflation is under control. It's again a good sign. So all these are very positive aspects. So I call it as exciting as well as, because we as business people have quite a big role to play in development of the country. And that's how the image of the country is being built up. The survey has already come in, which are projecting many, many pointers to us. Some are good, some are not so exciting to us. We find good is always like progress is going to happen, GDP is going to grow. The inflation is going to be under control. The deficit is going to be under control. But to my mind, there are few things which are concerning for us as business people. The government, in terms of taxations, the government is looking at taxing much more. It sees the benefits they give under savings, like Provident Fund, they're going to tax. This is what they have projected. They set it as a subsidy rather than as a benefit or as a social scheme. So it's challenging to see how this will come through. The government is saying that the survey, the monetary policy, it says the rupee should be weakened at an opportune moment and we need to correct our rupee. It's a very debatable point from one perspective. The RBI governor says the rupee should be stronger if it can, and the other side we find that government wants to weaken it. To my mind, I like to say at this point, I am in support of rupee being stronger. Why rupee being stronger? If you look at it, unless you have FDI in this country, we cannot grow at a faster pace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mahesh Gupta, President PhD Chambers, distinguished personalities of the dais and friends. It's indeed my pleasure to share my views on road sector with you, and I thank PhD Chambers for inviting me. As our road sector is a lifeline for the entire country, when India became independent, most of the goods were being transported by the railways. Now it is the reverse. 85% of traffic and 70% of the cargo is by the roads. It is just 16 years back that we started a road program, which was called NHDP, National Highway Development Project. At that time, we had only 500 kilometers of 4-lane international roads. Now today, we have 25,000 kilometers of the road. So it's a big achievement in the last 16 years.
You know, there's been this division among the economists in India and elsewhere, but at least in my friend circle of economists, whether in our think tank called the Indian Council for Research and International Economics, and the other think tanks and academic circles, there is a sharp cleavage. There are some who want the government to stick to its fiscal deficit targets that were announced last year, that we should try for 3.5% of GDP as the fiscal deficit and so on and so forth. I am in the other camp, which says that we need to jumpstart investment, and I've written about this both in popular newspapers like the Business Standard and also in more academic forums. But I would like to present the following situation to you. You have heard that growth is 7.5% this year, and it might be, incidentally, that is the growth of the GDP in real terms. That means adjusting for inflation. I'm sure the economists here are fully aware, but some amongst you who may not have focused on this, that is the real rate of growth.
Very happy to be here at a time which a lot of us, I think, overrate. That the significance of the Indian budget is perhaps one of the characteristics, fortes of India, saying that we expect so much from it, which was probably true when pre-1991. But since then, we have taken a lot many steps to move away from what the government does, and the market size, market forces, etc., are the ones which are occupying increasing space. And actually, I look forward to a day when, as in most Western countries apart from the UK, the budget slips into the 7th or the 8th page of a newspaper, except the pink newspaper.
Mr. Dua, where he was saying that the budget is not an important occasion in our country, it should not be. In fact, it is the most important occasion in terms of outlining the government's, not only the actual budget in terms of revenues and expenditures, but also the policy orientation of the government. And this is the most important occasion in the course of the year. Now, if one looks at what the finance minister has said, I think the most important point is the optimism that he has displayed in enunciating the government's policy in circumstances which he has called are challenging because of the international headwinds.
Good afternoon. Well, one thing that I've learned about budgets is never give reaction so quickly. Because there are so many fine prints, and whatever we think is good appears after 2 hours very bad, and what appears very bad actually turns out to be good. Well, I think, but on a general, we can see there are some hits and some misses. There is a lot of commitment towards infrastructure and rural development, skill development, health, I think which the direction is very good from the finance minister. And really, this is the first time that we've had a prime minister say that this is his annual exam. So it's obviously the prime minister's budget and not the finance minister's budget.